All right, it's Bogey. We are live inside Little Caesars Arena for the very first time. I promise I won't have my face on the screen for the better part of this. You certainly don't want that. You want to see as much as humanly possible. We got Birchie here riding shotgun as well.
What's up, guys?
The Sunshine Kid. He got a nice tan over the weekend. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. We'll try to show you as much as humanly possible. We're walking through what looks like the bowels of Little Caesars Arena right now. About to get underway. Let's see if I can. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Dan Leach.
Oh, the Birchie Kid. What's up, buddy?
There's 50 some of you squeezed in here. That tells you a little bit about the size of the rooms. We talked about a few minutes ago how we talked to different artists about what would be good for you. And one of the things that bothers them just a little bit is always having to move back and forth through the public or through stadium workers or whatever. So this is what we call an artist compound. So you probably noticed you walk past a couple of doors. These rooms tend to join each other if you want. But the best part about this entire area is, unlike most arenas, certainly out at the Palace, we always had old locker rooms, tiny little locker rooms, and those became our star dressing rooms because we didn't have anything else, and that's pretty much how it works throughout the industry. So you do a little drapery system or something like that to hide the lockers, and that becomes the area. Then you bang some furniture into the wall and bring it in, and you're set to go. But usually squeezed into small spaces. So this whole compound, you have a door over there, you have a door over there. Everything else is private. So once you're in here, whether it's the lead act is in this room and his backup singers are over here, or the band is over here, or the opening act is over there, literally you have your own world here. And it's not something that we have to trade off back and forth between a basketball game tonight and a hockey game tomorrow, and now we're going to put Paul McCartney in here. These are areas where we can actually do quality furniture and actually set this up for artists who actually deserve to have something that's a little nicer. You know, I always think back to when the Stones came in, back at the Silverdome, so we're going way, way back. And this is in their wildest days, and they had us do the Pistons locker room and decorate all that up. So we put the curtains up and everything like that, and we brought in probably $500,000 worth of furniture. Because they only wanted the antiques, they wanted the most beautiful things they could have. So, you know, sometimes we look at artists and we say, well, you know, they're just rock and roll guys or whatever they might happen to be. In reality, you know, they live in beautiful homes, they're used to beautiful surroundings, and so this is going to allow us to have that for them and give them the experience that they like. In addition to this, we also have a family room for the Pistons and for the Red Wings. And it's about a 5,000 square foot room, which I'm not sure if that's part of the tour or not, but it's got living rooms and dining rooms and fireplaces and showers and everything like that. So that if you're Lady Gaga and you came in, did a sound check at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and now what do I do? Well, actually we've got an enormous room for you, so if you want to just go up there and have dinner or whatever you want to do and entertain some friends, you can do it. So it's sort of taking the level of hospitality that we're able to offer here to a much higher level than what most people are able to do. So it should pay off. So there's about 5 of these rooms that are here. Most of them, as they connect, so if somebody wanted enormous space, they could have it. But this is pretty lavish in and of itself. So a lot of work to do still here. As you can see, we've still got some televisions to put up, some furniture to bring in, and everything like that. But when it's done, it's going to be extraordinary. And so if anybody wants to come back and see this in about a week or 2 weeks or something like that, that's sort of an open invitation because we'd like to have everybody back to sort of experience the whole building. Okay.
Can we do sleepovers?
Well, I think this. I don't really like getting in a fight with my wife anymore.
How many more rooms like this one are there here?
There's about 5 in this compound.
Okay.
Yeah. And some of them are vertical, as we say. There are different sizes, you know, based on everything. And so this could be one for the opening act, or this could be one for the main act, and the opening act could be next year. Or the main act could take the entire area here if they wanted to. But some travel with families and everything like that. So it's it's different. Many of the acts travel with masseuses.
Congratulations to the Co-American Players Club. Come back in from where you went. So they're fine.
I think there's 5.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure people are doing a great job. I don't know where I can do that. Smooth. That's me in a nutshell. You know how to push people off.
Okay, so I apologize if the camera shakes a little bit. I'm going to try and type some details as far as what they're showing us if you guys can't actually hear it. That, of course, the dressing rooms for all the stars. They'll be getting ready for their concerts, shows, whatever it might be. And they no longer have to do it inside an actual locker room or a dressing room, which if you've been in there or you've been around athletes in your life at all, you know that they kind of smell. So the stars get their own nice little space. So very, very good and happy for them.
All right, sorry it's a little crazy down here. So we'll make this a quick stop because they're showing you how a loading dock works. It's very nice of them to cooperate in this respect. So you'll notice we've got about 7 different bays here. Now you compare that as we look at how easy it is or how hard it is to do a load in, load out, whether it's food or whether it's production for Pistons or Red Wing games, whatever it might happen to be, or if you're loading a show. So on this loading dock, as you see they're turning the truck around, you can actually turn an entire semi around here underneath. You can take a semi out while the semi is coming down the ramp. And the nice thing about having 7 docks, we had 1 at Joe Louis Arena, we had 3 at the Palace. So your ability to get a show in and out is really paramount. And so you'll see some of the other things as we head out into the arena that we've done to make that process a lot easier. Today if you want to do Madonna with 35 semi-trucks, it could take you all day Friday to set up. Saturday you do the show, and most of Sunday to tear it down again. With a lot of the things we're doing, hopefully we can cut that time in half. That gives us more free nights, which allows us to bring more shows to the city. So all of these things are working together. Sorry? This is where the team buses will be coming. Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of the
What level are we on?
we're just on the ground level, arena level. We're 40 feet underground here. When we say we're on the arena level, we're 40 feet underground.
Hi Tom, how you doing? Good to see you this morning. I was going to ask that question from this by being ground level like this. Is there any benefit for how teams come in and they get up to that if they teams are in benefit there being ground level around like this?
I don't know that there's a big benefit other than, of course, it's complete protection. So when the bus comes in here, they're not walking by the public or anything like that. So that's probably a good thing. But the nice thing about being 40 feet underground is the public enters on ground level. And so that is the largest lower bowl. We've got 11,000 seats in the lower bowl for basketball, 9,000 for hockey. We had 6,000 at the Joe. So a lot more great seats for the fans. And that works great for concerts as well.
We're going to continue to move.
We're going to keep moving.
I've been Ed.
get everybody in on this side. There's another two on the other side. Thank you.
Getting face Periscope servers?
Everyone's on this one.
Well, I just started my Periscope. It's starting to build up.
Inception with Dan Leach.
Oh, yes, there it is. It's pretty sick. We get some not quite pale ale.
Nice little bar area at ice level. This is where I'm going to hang out.
So where we are, this is the Comerica Players Club, and right behind us, you'll see a big doorway there. And in that big doorway, that's the Red Wings locker room. That's our next stop. But what's important about that, and what makes this club kind of cool, is that the players come right out of that the locker room, right up through those doors. And right in the middle of the club, as you notice some glass walls that are there, that are collapsible. That's where the players walk. So you could have a table right there. You could be sitting having dinner, and suddenly Zetterberg goes walking by, or Dylan Larkin, or whoever it might happen to be. And so it's kind of a cool thing. And in hockey, you come out, you go back, come out, you go back, come out, you go back. So you got a number of shots as seeing the players. So we're probably one of 3 or 4. One thing that makes it different, though, is if you go way down. That's where the visiting team actually comes up. So if you're here, if you're entertaining guests from Pittsburgh and they want to see Crosby or something like that, it's going to be me away from them. So it's a pretty nice experience. And sometimes those glass walls will be up. Sometimes, like if we win 7-0, maybe you won't have the glass walls up at all, because the players will be happy to be moving back and forth through the fans. And oftentimes they'll come back out and do autographs and things like that for the fans that are here. So it's a pretty cool experience. And then for the Piston games, at least for right now, the Pistons are going to come through the far tunnel and not go through this one. That may change, though. It depends on how it works out. They may end up coming right through the middle as well, because these are their fans. So it's a pretty cool experience. It holds about 240 people. So it's going to be packed down here. It's probably one of the nicest clubs that we have here, but all of the clubs are special. So now we're going to walk through the Red Wings locker room. All right.
Smells like a new car, not like sweaty players.
That'll last you.
This is cool. Check out the ceiling. This is Red Wings locker room right here.
I got to see that. Yeah, came out good. This is almost the first tour we've ever had going through this locker room, and it's been, largely complete. There's a lot of cool things in here that you wouldn't even think about. If you've ever been to a hockey locker room, you would know that nothing smells quite like a hockey locker room. It's pretty neat, other than men's room sometimes. But there's actually vents that come right out of each one of these individual lockers, just to take the aroma out and help all the pads dry and everything else that they come in here with. But it's a little bit larger, actually quite a bit larger than the one that they had at the Joe. And you'll notice the big Red Wing logo that's in the ceiling. It's a superstition, as many of you know, in hockey. Most teams have it down on the rug, and then you're not allowed to step there. That's a cardinal rule there, I think, or a cardinal sin. And so they just put it up here, so we kill 2 birds.
What's the size of this compared to the
today?
It's purposely not too large, though. You're going to see a couple additional spaces that were added that were not a part of the experience at Joe Louis Arena that allowed for the intimacy here in the locker room, which is important to Chris Draper, Ken Holland, and Coach Blashill as part of the tight experience for the players. And then we've augmented it with some extra places. They actually have a place for dry clothes change so that they can use this as their standard locker room. And right next door we have an area where they get to eat, and it's just beautiful. Maybe I'll find out for that. Yeah, let's just do this. All right.
We'll run over there. We also got a hydrotherapy room, cryogenics room.
Yeah, we're missing a trophy down there at the end. We need to go one back up there. That's purposely left blank.
Shoes great when you take that. See? Still they do. I've never seen this in my life. How about you? You seen it? No. Seen it first with me. I just stopped.
That's pretty nice.
Not bad.
So this is the Players Lounge, and they'll come out here. We're able to bring in chefs to serve them breakfast or lunch or dinner, and this way we can have a little influence on their diets and make sure that no matter what they eat during the day, at least they're going to be getting good meals here when they come in before practice, after practice, or if they come down in the evening for film sessions and things like that. So there is a whole film area where we have about a theater with about 30 seats, so that everybody can watch game tape and things like that and make preparations for the following game. The biggest thing is, as you know, what's changed in sports, or one of the things that changed in sports is your ability to have not control over the players, but influence the players in terms of diet and in terms of conditioning and everything like that. And when you've got one-stop shopping, as we're able to offer now, then it really helps. So after a practice, this is where they will be. Before a practice, this is where they will be. And then we're going to take you into the training room, which you'll see. And some of you have been to the one at the Joe, which was very, very tiny. This will have every piece of equipment you can imagine, which again helps make you the best player that you can possibly be. We also have the cryo unit back here and everything like that, along with the hydrotherapy machine. So, as I mentioned, I think early on, we were about 7,000 square feet at the Joe, and we're about 23,000 here at the Little Caesars Arena. And you notice a lot of the plaques that many of you have seen over the course of the year, they made the move with us. So, and as you get up into the concourse, you'll see the statues of Del Vecchio and Howe and Lindsay and all of that, which is just a little piece of the commitment to heritage that we have on this. So,
Red Wings, this will be in here.
no, this is all Red Wings. This is all Red Wings. Pistons have their own locker room area, which is about half the size of this, but they've got about half the players. Plus, they're building, as you know, an enormous practice facility up on Henry Ford's property. So, yeah, this is largely, well, completely Red Wings. So, you want to walk this way?
Bertie, what do you think? Last minute, you're going to change careers? You want to be a hockey player now?
I might get back in the hockey business.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in there for a while. I might get back in because this place is absurd.
I think Bertie's got a shot to join the Wings. We'll see.
This is the players' restaurant. What are we gonna do with the place?
Do you know the 7,000?
notice there's about 300 seats there on the left. This is also home for Little Caesars amateur hockey, so a lot of the elite teams that they have will be in here as well. And up in the upper left there, you've got concession stands that are there, but also for the kids, you've got study halls, you've got classrooms, you've got their own weight facility, you've got 6 different locker rooms that they can use. So it's really, it's outfitted probably better than any place else. If you have a 12 or 13 or 14-year-old that wants the experience of being as close to an NHL experience as you can have. And you notice those are the original championship banners on your right-hand side. So there's new banners that are going to be hanging in the arena. And so these were repurposed here. And it's a nice message for the players when they come out and practice.
So you visit the beginning of this one,
Original championship banners. This is the practice facility.
So once again, we're 40 feet underground. You can see by the trusses that are up there. We're right underneath the Chevy Plaza, which we're going to visit in a few minutes outside. That holds about 4,000 people, but this whole area had to be able to support fire trucks, 4,000 people, the stage, all the equipment that would be out there for that. So we had to re-engineer this 2 or 3 times to make sure it could support all the weight. And the walls, as opposed to building it above ground, which would be simple block wall construction, the walls are 3 feet thick because they're actually retaining walls.
We're going to continue along and back in where we came in. Out where we came in.
As we look out, if you look at your left.
So I don't know if any of you have had a chance to be in the old Red Wings dressing room at Joe Louis Arena, but it was absolutely tiny. They had a little workout area behind the dressing room, not much room to work. If you remember hearing post-game sound from the Red Wings, there was always these chains in the background if you could actually listen close enough. They were literally right behind where we were doing the post-game interview, so a lot more space, a lot more room, not only for the players, but hopefully for us as well.
You gotta make that push and get up into the star rooms. There's some miscellaneous stuff in the star rooms, there's some miscellaneous drywall and stuff in the corridors. Just a normal push. I'll follow up behind it.
I don't know where I'm going. What is
We have no idea where we're going. That's totally fine. We lost Tom Wilson. He's our tour guy. We already lost him. Now we're just wandering around the...
I recommend everybody just stop here. We have no idea where we're going, right?
Joe, lead the way. I know you think
You don't want me to You don't want me to
take them on the club level.
Needless to say, when we backed this out, we all knew we were all going to do that again.
Okay, guys. We're live.
You want to poke into the lounge?
Continuing.
Up to you.
All right, looks like we're about to enter the Pistons area, or Pistons portion of things here at Little Caesars Arena. Almost said Joe Louis Arena.
Okay, we're going to head into the hello. We're going to head into the players' lounge. This is what we were talking about for the families, for both teams, and also we'll use this for some of the artists as well.
Stop on here.
Large screen above the fireplace. Yeah, fireplace. Fireman. Kitchen area. To be used. Yeah, catered. I'm married to an athlete. Oh my God. She's been married an athlete.
All right, so this is the area where Pistons families, Red Wings families of the players can come and hang out during some of the games, whatever might be going on. Not a bad space. If you are a relative of a pro athlete, you're doing pretty well.
There's another lounge that's even beyond that into another area. So it's really, as you can see, this is a pretty cool place for anybody. Far cry from what we're used to at the Joe. Yeah, it would be pretty cool. But what we try to do, what we hopefully are doing, is setting a new standard for everybody around the NHL, around the NBA. So we expect a lot of tours coming through here from a lot of teams over the course of the next 6 months. Everybody wanting to take a look at this. And what we all do in sports is we all borrow from everybody else. So it's a series of figuring out what the best practices are and then how do we incorporate it into the next building. But people are going to have to work really hard to top this. This is going to set a standard for sports, I think, for a long time. Okay. So now we're going to head over to the Raymond Club. This is the Raymond Club. So literally also just signed up if you're part of the sports league. 5 years of trying to convince somebody to have to buy them right now. Okay. My camera's not here right now. Oh, okay. So you just carry that all? Yeah. I'm with Kenny right now. I'm just
It's good, right? I know.
Well, I mean, there's stress.
Makes me want to marry a hockey player.
I think we have three. There's one dedicated to this one. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Hey, Tom. How we doing?
Are they fully dressed downstairs, or are they dressed someplace? They take an elevator up?
No, that's all on one level. And
So they would enter the gateways from that.
yeah, that's exactly right. No, you set it up every time on top of the ice. Yeah, exactly. Harlan? I think I mentioned in the intro that every time you come down here you see something different because everything's in a different stage of completion. The family room that we just came out of is one that honestly I've never seen finished before. And so I know I've said good things about it, but then when you walk in, you kind of go, wow, this is better than I ever thought. And that's what we sort of experienced all the way through. So this is the Raymond Club. And if you have a season ticket to the Raymond Club, that ticket covers your parking, it
It covers all your food and beverage in here, and of course it covers the ticket to the game. So you just access the courts walking right out here, and access the court, access the rink and your seats right through here. They're grab-and-go stations, so as you're heading out, if you want to get some popcorn, some candy, some salads, or whatever it might happen to be, some drinks, they're all right there as you head back out. So it's a pretty nice place. At the Joe, as you know, we didn't have a whole lot of amenities for the fans, so here we have 7 clubs. There's a lot of different things you can do, and they're all at various qualities, all various price points. So we have some that anybody can enjoy, and we have others that, that maybe other people want a certain level of higher amenities. And so we're at one of the nicer clubs here, as we were at the Players Club, which is right below us. So we have another one that's twice as large on the other side of the arena that I don't think we'll see today, right? Won't see that, but imagine this, only bigger. And that holds about 700-800 people. This one here is about 350 people that will come through here. So it's a really nice place. As I say, all food and beverage. And so when you want to take some people out with you, or you want to give your tickets to employees or friends or customers or something like that, that ticket takes care of their entire evening of food, beverage, parking, and the game itself. Last year. Okay, so if I didn't say it, it's also not just Red Wings, but businesses as well. They'll use this for their values and customers.
We'll be on our own.
Not all inclusive that night.
I'm good. Great to see ya. Hi guys, how you doing?
You guys can gather in around here. You don't have to stand behind the box. Welcome to our tiny little control room here. 50? Come on up, guys.
So if you've been to Joe Louis Arena, you know that they do excellent video work. I think here at Little Caesars Arena, they'll have an opportunity to do a lot better and higher quality video work. This is basically the epicenter of all of it. I'm a huge tech tech nerd, so this is very exciting stuff.
Video board, the IPTV system, which is all these monitors. We've got 1,300 monitors throughout the arena and throughout, you know, the exterior of the arena. Chevy Plaza, the ribbon boards, the big video board, and you know, we've got ribbon boards outside. We've got, you know, we could run. Really? Wow. Yes, we could run lighting from in here. We could run the tension grid. We could run the ice mapping system, which you'll see examples of when you get down, when you see the ice surface. So it's like a NASA control room. I mean, on a given night, you'll probably have 25 to 30 people in here doing everything from operating the video board to pushing out media on social media channels. So it's pretty complex. It's quite different than our control room at Joe Louis Arena. Say we went from the Flintstones to the Jetsons here. It's almost like a land spaceship with this equipment. Any questions? Nothing. We have room for at Joe Louis Arena for a typical Red Wing game. We did a 4-camera video board shoot, and with this control room, we could go up to 16 cameras, and then we could import cameras from our regional sports network partner, Fox Sports Detroit. So we you know, a lot of, you know, 25 years ago when people built video board rooms, it was almost an afterthought. And now these video board rooms kind of rival network control rooms. I just got done doing some stuff for the Fox Sports Network. This control room is every bit as intense as that one.
Do you have other space in the arena too, Pete, in addition to this? Part of the production work that you guys do?
Well, we have, you know, we have a lot of storage areas, obviously, for all our cameras and all our equipment and whatnot. But we have, in addition to what's in here, when networks come in to do broadcasts, this building could house 69 cameras. So you could have a feed from Boston, a feed from Detroit, a French-Canadian feed from Montreal. You could have any number of feeds going on. For Piston basketball, you could have ESPN in, you could have Fox Sports Detroit in, you could have Comcast Chicago in, and still have camera positions left over for them. This is going to be tied into Comerica Park, so we can exchange assets with them. So, good question. It depends on how integral the concert wants to use us. So a lot of performers carry their own video system. So this room would then be used primarily for ribbon board signage and for the closed circuit IPTV system throughout the arena. Right now, you know, we're chatting with the people from Kid Rock that we might be doing a concert video for them. So if we do something like that, we'll probably do a 10 or 11 camera shoot in here. 1080p, which is ultra high def. The pictures which we tested yesterday with the ribbon cutting ceremony are incredible. And you know, we're in the process right now of kind of learning the system along with everybody else. So we're doing tonight we're doing a test broadcast so that we can integrate our partners from Fox Sports Detroit, make sure that their truck is working and interconnected into this room, and we're going to be testing, you know, with you know, scoring and timing of replays and all sorts of elements. But we can cover different angles. This room also has a secondary control room that we can do separate, like a whole separate broadcast for the Chevy Plaza. So pre-game, intermissions, post-games, we could do separate programming for that. I think I just got the hook.
You did get the hook.
Yeah, all right. All right, keep it moving. All right, thanks everybody.
Where's your camera?
For radio.
Yeah, media. It's media day today, so.
Made it back.
Chevrolet has one, and Meyer has one, America has one, and Huntington. So hopefully it helps you figure out where you are and where you want to go back out so you can get to your car. But this is a huge plaza area. This is only half of it because we have the enormous bridge that's kind of going from the parking structure into the building. So if you park in that structure, you take the bridge over, or if you're a player, there's actually a tunnel down below. You take the elevator down, and the players park on the lowest level, and they come through a tunnel right into the arena. So what you have out here is a couple of areas. This is just a big gathering area, obviously, here, and then you have the sort of the Budweiser beer garden, which is to our left or your right, depending on which way you're standing. And that's an all-glass building, so you have glass walls, glass roof, and everything like that. You're 10 yards away from the arena, so if you want to have a dinner outside in the middle of the winter in a glass building and watch the snow fall, it's a pretty cool thing. If you want to come out between acts, between periods, between quarters, something like that. Walk over to the Chevy Plaza. Plaza area. So when we get over to the Chevy Plaza, you have a chance to see how cool that can be, then you understand why it would be kind of fun to be part of this. The nice thing is, if there's a hockey game going on, a basketball game, a concert, you want to come in here and still kind of feel like you're part of the vibe, you can do that. And it's a great building. So in the summertime, when it gets a little warm, all these, the roof will collapse back, so it's wide open spaces, the doors all will fold up so that, again, this becomes a sort of a wide open area so we can use it no matter what the weather is.
That's exactly what
You said, everyone said it's sort of like a compound, that's exactly right. Who's saying manufacturer? A couple of things here. This is, if you were here for the press conference yesterday, you sort of recognized this space, about 3,000 chairs. But yesterday gave you a really good feel for how big this is and how many ways you could probably use this. So the board obviously is not on now, but it's an enormous video board, and this space holds about 4,000 people. So, for example, Red Wings opening night, you'll be able to come in here, even if you don't have a ticket, and to the degree there's amazing energy inside, which we anticipate, you'll be able to come out here. We'll have pre-concert concerts. So if Eminem's inside and his manager runs Shady Records and he wants to have 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 different singers come out here, performers, and perform, there'll be a stage right underneath the video board. We can, of course, lock it into the video board as well. So we can do everything from craft shows to movie nights in the summer, all kinds of things. And our whole idea is to put more feet on the ground here in downtown Detroit. Over to my right, which is maybe your left, this will be probably 3, if not 4 different restaurants on the ground level. And then in about a month or 2, they're going to start building 4 floors of apartments. So those will start growing. Next time you're out here, you may see them. And then right opposite us is a parking structure, but you see the sort of gray cement. Those are more apartments, so there'll be another couple hundred apartments in that building. So those are the shells, and that will be under construction this year as well. So a lot of things that are happening here. You may have noticed the Eddystone, the old hotel or the old building that was standing next to where we were when we first came out of the arena, and that is the Eddystone Hotel. That's being converted into another 100 apartments. And with these apartments, 20% are affordable housing as well, so they'll really work for everybody. Most of the units are probably around 600 or 700 square feet, so they're kind of perfect for millennials who spend a lot more time outside the apartment than they do inside the apartment. But this is going to be a pretty exciting place to be because there's going to be something going on. We think 100, 150 nights a year, whether it's pre-concert concerts or it's craft shows or it's watch parties for Piston games, maybe even Lion games and Tiger games. You know, opening day next year for the Tigers when there's 40,000 people wandering aimlessly out here. 4,000 of them will planned here off and on. Enjoy the restaurants over here. Enjoy the restaurants they can access actually in the arena as well.
So will this space be open to the public even when there's not events?
Yeah, the question was, will this space be open even if the arena's not open? Yeah, it will be, and we'll have a lot of the events that we're talking about, like concerts. We could have a country series. We could have a lot of different things going on here. And that could take place all day on a Tuesday, all day on a Saturday where the arena is dark. And sometimes when the NCAA is in, I mean, this may be the home for a number of the bands to come out here in the student section. So you can just imagine the 150 different things that you can do out here with space like this, space that you can activate by using this video board.
Are you already booked for auto show stuff?
Are we booked for auto show stuff? Not yet, but they're calling. So I think they'll find a way up here. You know, this building is going to get so much publicity, I think, not only nationally, certainly locally, but nationally and internationally as people discover what it really is.
All right, let's head to the Meyer entry.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take it.
So if you heard the majority of that, this whole area, beer garden area outside, the big screen obviously, it'll be a spot for people to just come and hang out and watch any kind of games. Could be the Wings, could be the Pistons, could be the Lions, Tigers, who knows? But there's going to be a lot of room for people to just kind of hang out in downtown Detroit, which, I mean, that's the thing to do. It really is.
Excuse me, everyone, if you could come over this way, please.
Where is our? John's gonna.
I'll talk to everyone like always.
Then you slip around over here if possible.
Have a kid over here.
Yeah, just want to introduce you to Art. Tell him the newest signee for Detroit Pistons. Actually, the vice chairman of the Detroit Pistons, the minority partner. To just say a few words for you to decide and they're involved in the arena.
Thank you, Tom. Hello, everyone. I'm really excited. Well, this is our new home. We can't wait for our first game, which is in about a month. Hopefully our locker room will be ready by then, which you're not going to see today, by the way, but you can see it online. We're so appreciative of the opportunity not only to play here, but to partner with the other family. What they've created here is incredible. And Tom, I have to point out, when the Palace, Tom has been here for 2 openings. 1988 when the Palace opened, which was then the state-of-the-art arena. Now today, part of the second opening of a new arena, which will be the state-of-the-art arena for many years to come. So Tom, congratulations to you and all of your efforts on behalf of creating this great facility. You're not going to see our new locker room, but it will be, I think, the best locker room in the NBA. We're really looking forward to making that our home here. And a mile and a half from here, just north, will be our new practice facility, which will hopefully open in 2 years, and in partnership with Henry Ford Health System. And between the two, I think we will have the best facilities for any basketball organization in the NBA. We're really proud of that. This is really, even though it seats a lot of people, it's really an intimate arena, and our players are really excited about playing here. It's going to be, I think, a really great fan experience, and I think the players will feel the energy and passion of our fans, and hopefully will respond in kind. And the last thing I think is the most important thing is it's a huge win not only for our fans, but for the city of Detroit. I think this will be a catalyst for the continued amazing rebirth that's going on in the city. And when the 50-block district is complete, I think the sports and entertainment area of Detroit will surpass any city in the United States, and let alone the world. So we're really excited to be part of it and play a role in it. So thank you for coming.
That's it. Keeping them moving today. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. So hopefully you get a chance to take in this sort of
There you go.
This is pretty special. We're going to go talk to Dave Scribano, who is the president of Little Caesars. But you know, the days of going elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder, walking through concourses are kind of gone here.
It's really hard for you guys to probably get a feel for just how wide this is, but there is so much space in the concourse. You remember Joe Louis Arena, you were constantly rubbing shoulders with everyone. There wasn't much room to move. The lines extended so far out that you had to kind of cut between people. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem anymore here. Plus, if you can see up above, so much natural light, it almost makes it feel like you're outside and almost like you're in like a little downtown area, kind of like Greektown or something like that. Very, very, very cool feel here inside.
Yeah.
Arena.
It's like Jimmy's
Yeah, he's the one who started my name. Oh, the one that fixed the sink.
I remember that.
Sink. Yeah, the sink was, they said it was just crappy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's no way that's just there.
You got it.
World famous photographer Robert Bruce, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, everybody. Hello, everyone. I'm Dave Scribano, President and CEO of Little Caesars. So excited you can all be here. And Little Caesars is extremely excited to be the naming rights sponsor for the arena. We've been working on this for many, many years, and we couldn't be more proud of this arena. I think it's the best arena in the world. It really helps represent the Little Caesars brand. Little Caesars is now in 22 countries around the world. We're growing. We've been growing for many, many years, well over a decade. And this is a culmination of the Illich's work, and the Illich's work started with Little Caesars back in 1959. So we're really proud of the arena. We're really proud of our brand, and excited to have you all here. So thanks for all coming out. Does anyone have any questions for me?
How many points of purchase for Little Caesars around the arena?
Little Caesars will have 4 concession stands, 2 on the main concourse, 2 on the upper concourse. We'll also be serving Little Caesars pizza in the suites and the clubs. And of course, Mike's Pizza Bar is right down the via from us. And Mike's Pizza Bar is not Little Caesars, but it's a nod to Mr. Illich. He started the pizza business in the early 50s in a bar called Haig's Bar in Detroit. And Mike's Pizza Bar is a nod to Mr. Illich before he started Little Caesars, which started in 1959. So.
Who's running that right now? Are they competing with you?
No, we all work together.
Okay.
So that.
It's not an outside vendor.
Yeah, that restaurant is being operated by the restaurateurs throughout the arena. So we're partners with many different people, and we have franchisees throughout the world, and they're another representation of our brand. So very exciting.
Can you explain sort of the economic benefit of having an arena named after your company?
Yeah, there's so many benefits, economic and otherwise, to our brand. I mean, first of all, we're growing throughout the world, and we're a privately held company, so we don't get a lot of coverage because we're privately held. We're here in Detroit. We're pretty low-key. We're a humble company, and having the naming rights really brings great brand exposure to our brand. So people from around the world, when they come visit Detroit, we can bring them to this showcase. So it's going to raise the prospects for the possibility of franchisees joining us around the world. We just recently, in the last couple of years, opened stores in Australia, in Costa Rica, in Panama. We opened in Chile earlier this year, our first store in South America, and we're going to continue our growth there. So having this naming rights sponsorship will help bring prospects, number one, for franchise. Also, we want to attract the best people in the world to come work for Little Caesars, so great employees. And we attract colleagues, employees from around the world. We have people joined us in the last couple of years from San Antonio and Atlanta and otherwise. So when they come to Detroit, they see Little Caesars Arena, and hopefully we'll get the best to continue to work for us. So both people and franchisees.
How many stores do you have?
How many figure around sort of even the advertising benefit of having the name on the arena?
We spent many millions on the advertising sponsorship, and we expect over time to get a return on that investment. So we're excited about it, and we think that brand exposure will really get us to the next level. And of course, we'll be exposed throughout all the sporting events and the concerts with the Pistons and with the Red Wings. It's very exciting for us, especially the nationally televised events will benefit us. Just people watching the game saying, hey, I want to go get a Little Caesars pizza. I want a hot bread.
How many franchisees do you have?
We have thousands of stores around the U.S., and we're in 22 countries. We have over 1,000 franchisees that operate those stores.
The number of stores?
Yeah, many, many thousand stores around the country and around the world. And, they're independent operators. Most of our franchisees own between 1 in 3 stores, so many local operators. We featured one of our local franchisees yesterday, Brett Armstrong, that owns 2 stores in Detroit. He's worked for the Illiches since he was 17 years old, so well over 30 years, and now he owns a couple stores in Detroit. So we're excited to give a great opportunity to local business owners throughout Michigan, throughout the U.S., and now throughout the world.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, Greg.
I'm going to steal the mic.
Good?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it very much. A couple of things I want to point out before we get heading this way. So we passed by the team store because we're running tight on time. All of your colleagues in the industry that are coming this afternoon expect to get started at noon. The team store will flip out. It'll be both team brands for just general events here, but when it's Red Wings night, it's primarily Red Wings, and when it's Pistons night, it's primarily Pistons. I had another good question from somebody about the branding throughout the arena. The arena looks as it will look for both teams. We got little things that we can highlight on certain nights, but as you can tell, we're incorporating branding from both teams. So we've got legendary Pistons players across the Meyer entry from legendary Red Wings players. You see all of the Pistons and Red Wings current players featured on the banners here throughout the Via Concourse. So the place is absolutely set up to celebrate history, and Marcel will talk to you a little bit more about that. Harley, if I could have you come behind me, I think it'll be a little bit better. I'm going to turn the mic over to John King, our VP of IT. John.
Thank you, Craig. Welcome to Little Caesars Arena. You probably already heard that, but I've been waiting a long time to say it myself. As far as technology goes, we are the most advanced arena in the world. We're very proud of that fact. We have some great partners in play here, starting with one of our landmark partners in Comcast. We've partnered with Comcast for high-speed internet services to the arena, for bulk video services to the arena. We're also partnering with them for the Wi-Fi that goes to the arena. There are over 1,000 access points for the Wi-Fi system, bleeding everywhere from the beginning of the building on Woodward, going out through the Chevrolet Plaza and into the garage. We're also partnered with Comcast, taking advantage of their fiber network and the investment they've made downtown Detroit. We have over 30 different locations that are all tied through the fiber backbone coming to the arena here. We are working with Verizon for our cellular DAS service. That is in place and working today. We have AT&T coming on board right now. They'll be on before our first Wings game and for the Pistons season. We have partnered with Cisco for our networking infrastructure. We are working with them also for our phone system and our IPTV system using Cisco Vision. So we have over 1,400 digital assets that are on that Cisco Stadium Vision system. That is everything from your concourse TVs, to your menu boards, to your suite TVs, to the parking signs outside. We're able to create integrated moments of exclusivity throughout the district, not just limiting ourselves to the building.
Thank you, John, very much. If you have follow-up questions, again, we'll be able to provide you with a ton of information, and John is available to answer any questions as we move along. We will move along. We're going to meet Marcel Parent, who runs curation for us, and we'll run around the training and find out all the time.
That's obviously the problem, but yes. We are confident we're going to be able to handle it. We are using a team working with some of those markets.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. Much of what you see in terms of heritage around you is part of the vision of the Illich family to have a venue that is full of the great heritage of its sports teams and music in Detroit. In fact, the goal was to have a place that was dripping with history. The main objectives of the curation team to fulfill this vision was to create and develop all-player storytelling that would celebrate teams, great players, great moments, milestones, significant great
Guys, it's Kelly Rowe from Fox 2 News Now. You can see her on Facebook every day.
It's an amazing show.
Say hi,
it really
Kelly.
is. And we got to ride ponies earlier. It was pretty amazing. For free. K to the B.
You know how to ride a pony, don't you?
I do. I actually had a pony as a kid. In all honesty, how great.
It's amazing. Yeah.
I knew it was going to blow me away when it's way higher. Unbelievable. You know how they got all the pistons up there as quickly as they had.
Did you care for the gift shops and stuff?
They're going to swap up.
Pictures, images of things that we want to share with the fans and hopefully inspire a new generation of fans and bring back to the old fans always. Any questions? Okay, so you can tell we moved the three statues over. They made it pretty much unscathed. Marcel team did an amazing job of incorporating the visual elements, and you actually get a chance to see the players, what Alex looked like back in the day. We do have Sports and Social, one of 4 restaurants located here at Little Caesars Arena. To my left, this is Sports and Social, and then as we work our way around, we will experience 3 other restaurants. As Tom indicated, Mike's Pizza Bar, which gives a nod to Mr. Illich's start in the pizza business many, many months ago. So bottom floor retail, floors 2 through 4 will be commercial here, and actually in that corner in Marcel's home is called Heritage Hall. So when you see that team store sign, just above the team store is about a 4,500 square foot, more museum-like. It will be where we will begin our tours for the arena, standard tours, not like the ones you guys are getting today. And those folks will work their way down and in and throughout the facility. And then as we work our way around here, we're in our office area. So the bottom floor is restaurants and bars, and then floors 2 through 4 are offices for Red Wings, Olympia Entertainment, and a new joint venture. And restaurants open to Woodward and Henry Street. Henry Street is the street to the south of us. They all open. They're open on event and non-event days. The only thing that changes slightly is the screening at non-event day. We'll experience the market.
I'm just even the back.
We're going to check out some of the suites, but I also want you to notice the Olympia letters. You see them coming down the wall here. These are the original letters that were outside Olympia. We kept them in the storage room and showrooms for probably the last 30, 40 years. So we brought them out of hibernation. It's actually the same conduit between letters that you see there. So we've got to fix a little bit of, now that I see it, we've got to fix a little bit of the neon on the B, but other than that, it's just part of the commitment to the heritage of the clubs.
Love it.
We'll come down to the seat area.
Into the suites. Probably the first and last time we're
Come on, you're Rob Stone. You'll be in here all the time.
I hope so. Well, we got to see the preview center in Comerica, so yeah.
The suites have incredible amenities.
They have a Keurig machine in a suite. I love it.
We're going to see how many we can get in there, Tom. Yeah, now we're going to find out. Do these things really hold 50 people or not?
It's also your first look at the Arena Bowl, so sneak on down. Actually, you can go down to the first row.
Keep going, guys.
What you see in purple is that grid system we were talking about. You can look up at the ceiling. So the ceiling could be a million different colors. That's the grid system that actually everybody can walk on.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, real quick.
Now, before we talk about the suites, please, if you can squeeze down so you can see the ceiling here. That is the grid system that we've been talking about. That's what makes it easy to load shows in about half the time. Load them in, load them out. And it can actually be about a million different colors, literally anything on any spectrum. So it's a pretty cool addition for say, your opening ceremonies. It's a pretty cool thing to light up when you score a goal, let's say. We also have image mapping, which you see on the ice. So this can be, as you know, 3D projection and everything like that. That's a permanent fixture in here. And of course, you have the two levels of layers of ribbon board, and the scoreboard is 44 feet wide in each direction. So most times when you see the mega boards these days, they're really, really long on the sidelines, but they're really small in comparison on the end zones. And one thing the Ilitches really wanted, they wanted everybody to have the same experience here. So if you're in the least expensive ticket or the most expensive ticket, your video board's exactly the same. If you're in the end zone or you're on the sidelines, it's exactly the same. So the concessions are the same if you're on the lower level, upper level, same hopeful level of excellence there. The finishes and the concourses, exactly the same. So there are about 14 suites on this level, and then right above us, another 48 suites in a horseshoe. So you'll notice down on the right-hand side, if you're looking, that's the Legends Club. That used to be at the Joe Louis Arena, but it was up in the highest level, so I'm not sure how many of you actually had a chance to go up there. But now it's actually out here. It's the one club where you're actually able to see the game while you're having your food and enjoying your evening. So it's pretty spectacular building. The sight lines are the best in hockey. It actually started with Kenny Holland, who said the building that's the most intimidating building in hockey is in Montreal. It's the Bell Center, because there's very few vomitories and everybody is right on top of you. And it's, as you can imagine, it's the Red Wing game. It's going to be a sea of red all around you. And also, you'll notice how big the lower bowl is. I mentioned this earlier for those that may have heard. It's 9,000 seats in the lower bowl as opposed to 6,000 at the Joe. And for business, it's 11,000 seats in the lower bowl. So the majority of your crowd is going to have spectacular seats here. And then when you get up into the second level, you'll notice the overhang on the second level and the third level. It's all designed to bring people as close to the action as they can be. So great for hockey, great for basketball, great for concerts. And John Sazewski is going to talk about the suites here for a moment, if we can find him. Okay. John's been doing this longer than anybody in the country. He's probably actually at least more suites than anybody in America, because he did it at the Palace for 20 plus years.
Thank you. Welcome to our suites. As Tom mentioned, we have 62 suites total in the building, 54 of which were leased long-term for a term of 7 to 10 years, with most of them being 10-year terms. We have 14 on this level, as Tom mentioned, 48 on the Blue Cross suite level in a horseshoe. There's 8 suites that are rear stage, so we didn't lease those long-term. We did lease those for hockey and basketball as well. You'll notice in the suite there's 3 distinct areas. We have our viewing area where most of you are standing now, our hospitality area where I'm standing, and then a living room that we call it the living room. But that's a place where businessmen can do business and a little bit of privacy there as well. One big thing you'll notice is there's no restroom in the suite. We decided it was more beneficial to us and to our clients to have a larger suite. But if you get a chance on your way out, check out the restrooms that are just outside the hall that'll be shared by these 4 suites on this level right here. Everything in the suite can be controlled by the iPad, which is right behind Tom. You can dim the lighting, you can turn the lights out, you can make it brighter, you can
change all 5 of these televisions to any networks you wanted. I think we have over 150 television stations that you can switch
Right on top of the action.
The blinds can be drawn, open, the amount of privacy that you want, all done